Hi, everybody. It's Christine Kirwan, the Director of Volunteer Experience, and I'm here to talk about Sage Tuition Rewards, which is our signature renewal perk. It's something we are so excited about, and I know we get a lot of questions about it, so we thought we would record this little video to answer some frequently asked questions. Please know that everything I talk about in this video is contained on our Sage Tuition Rewards page as well as on our renewal page. So if you're somebody who prefers to read information, you can head right over there and read it, or watch this video, and then you can always go read that stuff afterwards to follow up. So let's get going. I've organized this in a 5 W's and an H format. So the who, what, where, when, why, and how, but I've kind of changed up the order a little bit. So I'm going to start with what. So a big question we get is, what are Sage Tuition Rewards? So the Tuition Rewards program is basically a tuition scholarship program where each 1 point equals $1 in tuition scholarship at participating colleges and universities. So it's basically like a tuition discount program. So for every point you earn, it equals $1 in tuition scholarship, again, at these participating schools. So it's exactly as simple as that. You accumulate the points and you're accumulating tuition scholarship to be used at those colleges and universities. And a lot of times people ask, what's the catch? This sounds too good to be true. It's good and it is true. So colleges and universities have, recruitment quotas, and a great way to get their information out is to participate in the Sage Tuition Rewards program. So that's really all it is it's their way of getting their name out there, and maybe families might be more interested in applying to their schools if they know there's a tuition discount involved. So it's as simple as that. There's no catch. It's free, and it's something that girls, leaders, and service unit managers can qualify for as long as they renew by September 30th at midnight. So you'll hear me repeat that date numerous times. So you have to renew by our on-time deadline in order to qualify for the tuition rewards. So that's what tuition rewards are. Now, maybe just a little bit about why the tuition rewards are so important and why we're so excited about them. As a parent, I think a lot about what higher education is going to cost for my children. I know people that are sending their kids to school now, and I hear how much it's going to cost. And thinking down the road 5 or 10 years, how much more it's going to cost. It's a lot for families to think about. So anything that we can do to offset that cost for them, we are all on board for. So that's a very exciting reason why we're excited about it, and we hope you will be too. If you don't currently have children that someday might be heading into higher education, you can still be banking those points. I'll mention in a minute who can use the points, but they can be used more than just your own children. So everyone can take advantage of this. And again, when I talk about who can use them, you'll see it's such a wide variety. I think many people can take advantage of this program. So the why, again, it's free money. Everybody loves free money. So we definitely encourage everyone to take advantage of this. So the who. So who can earn points? Girls, leaders, and service unit managers. So girls can earn 2,500 points as long as they renew again by midnight, September 30th. And leaders and service unit managers can each earn 3,500 points as long as they renew by our deadline. And again, points equals dollars. So 2,500 points equals $2,500 in tuition scholarship right in your account for free for something that you're doing anyway, renewing your Girl Scout membership. So, and those points can be stacked. So if you're in a household where you have a girl and a leader, both of you can earn the points and stack those together. So that's a very exciting feature to this. So that's who can earn the points. Now, who can use the points is I think, even better, is that as a account holder for the family, you get to decide who you're going to apply the points to. So you could save all those points and use them for your girl who's in Girl Scouting, but you could also use them for your son or your other daughter who isn't in Girl Scouts, or for your niece or nephew or your godchild. Basically, anybody in your family unit, immediate or extended, you could use the points for. So we think that's very flexible and great for families. You can use them for grandchildren. You can just stock them away even if you're not sure who you're going to use them for right now. They never expire, so you can use them when you're ready to. So again, we think that's a great flexible feature of this. One note is that girls who are entering 12th grade this year cannot earn points. That's because points have to actually be applied and used in the year that they're entering their 12th grade of school. So they are the one group of girls that does not earn points this year, and that is a stipulation of how SAGE works. So that's very exciting. Another who would be maybe who of colleges and universities participate in this. So there's over 400 colleges and universities that currently participate, and they're always adding more. And that includes a lot of local schools, including Canisius, Damon, DeUville, RIT, University of Rochester, St. Bonaventure. So a lot of local schools participate as well as national schools. So that's very exciting. So obviously, if you're ways off from college, you have plenty of time to think about it, but there's a lot of options here as you're exploring, which colleges the people who want to use the points, where they're interested in going. There's a lot of options here. And the last who would be who owns the points. You own the points. So once you are granted the points, they are yours to use. And obviously, we want girls and leaders to stay with Girl Scouts forever. But if it turns out you don't continue in Girl Scouting, those points are still yours. So again, that gives families a lot of flexibility. This is something you're earning now that you can just hang on to. So those are some who. And now when. So I've mentioned several times that deadline of September 30th at midnight. So that is our hard deadline for qualifying for the tuition rewards points. If you renew on October 1st, you've missed your chance. So we are really trying to encourage families and leaders to renew before September 30th so that you can qualify for it. Even if you're not sure of what your Girl Scout year is going to look like this year, maybe you're thinking it's going to look a little bit different, that's okay. You don't have to have decided by September 30th, but we do want you to renew by then so you can qualify for tuition rewards. So, and remember, financial assistance is always available, so don't let that be a barrier to renewing on time and receiving your tuition reward. The points will not be awarded until October, not October 1, but during the month of October, and we will notify you when the points have been awarded. So you'll have an opportunity to go in and check your account and make sure that the points were awarded correctly. Sometimes there's some syncing issues, and so we just want to give you some time to make sure it's correct. And then you will have until the end of November to notify us that if there's an issue with your account. After November, we can't make any changes. That's a deadline from SAGE. So just know there'll be more information about that. The most important deadline right now is September 30th. Also, when should you create your SAGE account? You should create your SAGE account when you renew. So it is sitting there ready and waiting for your points. If when we apply the points, your account hasn't been set up, the points have nowhere to go, and so you've missed out on your points. So don't wait to set up your account. Basically, it could be just like, I renewed and now I'm going to set up my account. If your account's already set up, you're great, you're golden, you'll be ready to get your points, but you just want to make sure that that account is set up and ready to go. The final when would just be about when girls are using their points. So when girls apply for, or not just girls, anyone who's going to be using the points, when anyone's going to go to use the points, when they apply for the college is when they say, here are my points. So again, that's why we don't award points in their 12th year of schooling, because they have to basically present the points when they're applying for school. So those are some whens. How? So how do you set up a Sage account? It's very easy. Right on our Sage page, there's a direct link to the tuition rewards page. You'll just go right there and set up an account. So it's super simple. You're basically setting up a family account, and then you can decide how you're going to allocate the points, whether it's now or in the future. We do encourage you to make sure you know what email address you use for Girl Scouts and use the same email address. When we apply the points, they use the email address to identify like who's in our system and who's in their system. Since obviously there could be a lot of Mary Smiths in the world, we use your unique email address to sync those two accounts. And sometimes that's where we run into trouble, is if there's two different email addresses, the Sage doesn't know it's you. So that I would just encourage you to make sure you know what email account you use for Girl Scouts and use the same one for setting up your Sage account. Again, back to the how of just when girls apply to use their points, what they're basically going to be doing is showing their points to the school they're applying to, and then the school will come back to them and tell them how much of a discount they are going to offer. The schools have a maximum amount that they will offer per year based on points, and that's 25% of their tuition. That's the maximum that they would offer based on the number of points that you have. And again, you can read more about that on our Sage page. So that's how that would work. And then they would come back and say, we're offering you this much of a discount based on your points. And they basically take your points and divide them out over a 4-year time period. So each school is a little bit different in how they use that. So there's no hard and fast rule about exactly how much tuition scholarship you're going to get. But of course, we know any amount off of a large college bill is wonderful. And so that's how that would work. One other little bit of information: if the person is offered a scholarship to the institution, they can decide whether they want to kind of blend the tuition rewards into the scholarship, or if they want to stack it on top of it. So that's up to them. So again, when they go to apply the points, that's when you'll learn more about exactly how much that's going to equal. But again, I've said, any amount of discount is a good amount of discount that you're getting for free. So where can you find more information? So as I've mentioned, you can go right to our Renew page where you can read more about Sage. And that's also where you can find direct links to the other incentives that we have, as well as right to our renewal page. And then we also have a special just Sage Tuition Rewards page where you can read all of these facts and learn more about how Sage works. You can also contact our customer care if you have any additional questions at customercare@gswny.org or 888-837-6410. So I want to thank you for watching my little video about Sage. I hope it has you as excited about it as I am and as we are as a council. It's such an amazing perk. We don't want anyone to leave this money on the table. So please make sure to renew by September 30th at midnight. Don't leave it till the last minute, and to set up your Sage account. And I'm so excited to see your name on our list of Sage accounts. So thanks so much, and thanks for all you do.